Hey everybody, it's the Hardball Boys here. We're at the Baseball Heritage Museum in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio, where today we're going to learn not only a little bit about baseball, but a little bit of baseball played right here in Cleveland.
Absolutely. We're going to learn about the Negro Leagues. We're going to learn about the Cleveland Spiders, the Cleveland Buckeyes.
And since you see the background here of this beautiful park, before we start here, let's go inside and talk some baseball.
Absolutely.
All right, here we're looking at a model of League Park. It was a interesting build when they built this park, mostly due to the fact that they built it within the city. So the right field fence is only about 290 feet high or long, and they actually ended up building the right field fence at about 40 to 45 feet to try to keep hitters like Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig from hitting 5 home runs a game.
As you can see, the Heritage Baseball Museum here has a great history of the Negro Leagues, capped off by our very own Cleveland Buckeyes, who won the World Series in 1945 with a 4-game sweep of the Homestead Grays. Playing for the Grays, one of the most famous hitters in the league and all time, Hall of Famer Josh Gibson. Now the Buckeyes, who appeared back into the World Series, uh, unfortunately lost in 1947 to the New York Cubans.
um, Winning both league titles in 45 and 47. The Buckeyes had a kind of a rocky history. They started out in Cincinnati for a year, then got moved up to Cleveland. They played here in League Park for about 8 years. Then they got moved again down to Louisville, Kentucky, and actually came back and played their final two months of baseball here at League Park.
Here we have the some merchandise here from the All American Girls Baseball League. This women's professional league had over 600 women played in the league and consisted of 10 teams that were located really around the American Midwest. In 1948, the league attendance peaked over 900,000 spectators. Now, the most successful team, as you may know, is the Rockford Peaches, who a lot of people know from the 1992 film A League of Their Own, starring Tom Hanks. The Rockford Peaches won a league best 4 championships in their existence.
Louis Sockalexis was the first self-identified Native American to play Major League Baseball and the first minority player in the National League. A Penobscot Indian from Maine, Sockalexis started in baseball, football, track at Holy Cross before joining the Cleveland Spiders of the National League in 1897. An outstanding athlete, he made such an impression that the local sports writers started calling Sockalexis the Cleveland Indian. Sockalexis began the 1897 season in spectacular fashion, batting .338 and making headlines with a dramatic home run at the Polo Grounds in New York. Sadly, alcoholism destroyed his promising career, and in 1899 he left baseball. He returned to the Penobscot Reservation, where he worked a variety of jobs until his death at age 42.
So here's number 436. That's a home run hit here by Babe Ruth at League Park on June 7th, 1928. The ball was retrieved by Connie Long. Now, Babe signed the ball for Connie. Bill Long added other baseball legends' autographs to this ball, and it's on loan here from Bill Long at the Baseball Heritage Museum.
All right, now that we've learned everything there is to know inside this building, it's time to head on outside.
As you can see, this is the original press box from the stadium in 1891. And as you go along here, here's the original wall that goes down the street. Now, of course, they've revamped a little bit. The grandstands are gone. They put the new bleachers up, for the games that are still played here at League Park. But as you walk the grounds, you can see historical years from championships that the Cleveland Buckeyes, Spiders, Naps, and even the Indians have had.
Now it's time to go check out the field.
Here we are at Historical League Park, built in 1891. This was the home for Cleveland's professional baseball and football teams until 1946. This field, Cy Young pitched the very first game as the Cleveland Spiders defeated the Cincinnati Red Leggings. Other historical moments on this field: Babe Ruth hit his 500th home run right over that right field fence. Now, again, you can see it was 290 feet from home plate. They had to have that, as Chris explained earlier, but they raised that up, tried to keep the balls in here a little bit. Another big historical moment that happened here: Joe DiMaggio got a hit in his 56th consecutive hitting streak that actually ended the very next day at Old Municipal Stadium. Also, the Cleveland Buckeyes won their world championship in 1945. Now, you can see the field has been revamped, of course, with the new turf and everything, but they've done this so generations of Clevelanders can play this great game of baseball for years to come.